So I keep hearing about all these elite deer hunters in media and print, and YouTube and whatever. And I don't know. I think elite is kind of an ugly word. Um, has kind of a political connotation to it. Like we got some deer hunting overlords here that are so much better than everybody else. So I think elite is probably a bad word to describe these guys. If you ask any of them, they probably don't think they're much better than the rest of us. They just get a good opportunity to get out and hunt a lot, and they're good educators. They're willing to share what they know about the great outdoors, and YouTube and print and everything gives them a very good avenue to share that information. And it's up to you, the viewer, to kind of weed through and figure out who you want to emulate yourself around, or not really emulate, but kind of use their tactics. You know, if you see, like, look at me, I'm out in the middle of a swamp here. Not my preferred area to hunt, but there are guys on YouTube who do hunt around swamps a lot. And you could pick up a lot of great information from those guys. And if you talk to them, they wouldn't say they were elite. That's a really bad word for that. They're very good hunters, and they've been exposed. They've agreed to do that. They've exposed themselves. But there's law of averages dictates that there's probably a lot better hunters out there who just haven't exposed themselves, that don't share information. And for a long time, I didn't either. And to me, that's a life wasted. To not share what you know is really a waste. And these guys who are on YouTube sharing their hunting tactics with you, giving you advice, they're not wasting their lives. They're sharing themselves. They're doing the Lord's work, really, trying to help you guys become better deer hunters. And that's my goal, is just to make you a better deer hunter. There are guys out there who are really good at hunting down real old, mature bucks. If that's your goal, you can find those guys on YouTube and find out what their tactics are. They'd probably be out here in this muck that I'm in today, and be able to tell you a lot better than I would how to find a mature buck that lives out here. I'm just trying to help everybody get a deer. I'll be the first to admit, most days when I go hunting, and I think a lot of people who are really good hunters would admit it as well. Most days the deer are just a little bit smarter than I am, and I'm not afraid to admit that. If they weren't, it wouldn't be a fun game to play with these guys. I'll admit it right out front. Some days it feels like these deer are playing chess and I'm playing checkers. Really, I'm looking for that deer that's playing checkers. That's the one I want. That's right up my alley. So just wanted to drop that on you guys and just let you know how I feel, and maybe you feel the same way. Let me know in the comments below. When you see that word elite, do you get a sense of like guys are snooty? That word does, to me, make it seem like those guys are, upper echelon or whatever, and that's just not the case, and I don't think they would agree it is either. It's just a poor choice of words. I mean, they're good-hearted people, and they are doing everything they can to pass on their good word or good lessons on how you can have more success out in the deer woods. And like I said, there's guys who don't use YouTube at all. They're probably a lot better than, I know they're a lot better than me, but they're just as good and maybe even better than a lot of guys who are on YouTube. So don't take it the wrong way when you read something like that. Like when I saw it right away, I got indigestion. It was just like, that word doesn't work for me. And I don't want to be labeled that way. I don't consider myself elite, and no matter what I shoot, I will never, no matter how big it is, I'll never consider myself something special. The only thing I consider special is whatever deer I do decide to take. drives me crazy when guys shoot a deer and they say first thing, may not be the biggest buck in the woods, but I got a buck. Well, it was big enough when you shot it, so be proud of it. You know, you used a tag on that deer, but that deer paid the ultimate price. He's no longer roaming the woods. No matter what it is, buck, doe, spike, giant buck, it doesn't matter. They're all worthy of our praise, and since we're on the same team, we shouldn't be putting each other down for shooting something maybe we didn't want. But we should be happy for the guy who was able to get the deer they did get. All right, back to the scouting around. Hopefully I don't drown out here. Yeah, we'll see.